April 14th, 1865. At the Ford Theater, a site that will be marked in infamy now, this is where Abraham Lincoln is mortally shot. The Ford Theater is at 10th Street between E and F. Gustav Landsberg's shop is just 2 blocks away. Lincoln is shot at 10:15 p.m. It takes a while for people in the audience to absorb what has happened. That what has happened has nothing to do with the play Our American Cousin. By 10:20 p.m., the audience is aware, and 1,500 of them rush out of the theater, gather on the street, 10th Street. In the meantime, doctors have looked at Lincoln, trying to see if there's a way to save him, if there's a way to transport him back to the White House. They recognize that this wound is far too serious to dare transport him that distance, and so they decide to carry him across the street to Peterson House. By 10:30 p.m., it is pretty well understood. He's living now, but it is unlikely he could possibly survive this shot. And so Gustav Landsberg is, like so many Americans, bereft. He wants to show his respect. He wants to show his regard. He looks for black material, crepe, in his shop, so when the time arrives, he can show his respect and appreciation for this president. It's not there. He jumps into his carriage, moves as fast as he can to Baltimore, buys up every bit of black material, particularly black crepe, he can find, and returns to Washington, D.C. just about the time Abraham Lincoln lives no more. The president dies at 7:22 a.m. The government announces that we must show our respect. We must show our regard for this man, and that they encourage every merchant in the city to please, if you can, drape your building in black. Gustav Landsberg pretty much has cornered the market, but he makes all of what he's gathered available to anyone that wants it gratis. You know, the Landsbergs had a reputation for being very fair, very transparent in business, and he really lived up to that reputation. If you see any photograph of Washington, D.C. at that time, you see a city draped in black. Even the engine, every car of the railroad, of the train that carried Lincoln from Washington to New York, back to Springfield, Illinois, that too is draped in black. And every one of those pictures, they reflect what was acquired by Gustav Landsberg. That is why we have a collective image of a president honored in a collective way by the people of the United States of America. We can thank Gustav Landsberg.